Hello, my name is Richard Smart. Probably many of you know me as a viticulturist, and you wonder how come I'm talking about a revolutionary new wine-making technique called ACE. Well, the story is that I helped develop this technique, and my partner and colleague is Angela Sparrow, and Angela studied this method for her PhD in Tasmania. And here's a photograph of Angela standing beside the machine that she and I helped develop. You probably wonder where we got the name ACE, A-C-E. Angela thought of accentuated cut edges. And that's what our method is all about. This next slide shows you that crushes in wineries don't work very well. You can see most of the berries have just been flattened, like I'm going to do here. And when you flatten a berry, you don't expose much broken edge. And it's from the broken edge that the flavour and aroma and tannin and pigment compounds leak out of the skin. And this next slide shows you a piece of skin. On the top edge is impermeable because of the wax. The bottom edge of the skin is, we might say, occluded because of the pulp. And theoretical studies have shown that the way that compounds come out of the skin is that ethanol leaks into the skin, dissolves the compound, then they leak out. And we have made a theoretical analysis, and it shows that we need to cut the skin into 5 to 10 pieces. And the impact of fragmenting the skin is shown very nicely in the next slide. On the left is the control. On the right, after the skins have been processed by ACE, and you can see more colour extraction when the skins are fragmented. Now, there's other ways to get more rapid skin extraction, but typically they cost you a lot more money. What we have found with ACE is what people have found in other experiments and shown in the next slide, and that is that the pigments and tannins come out early in the fermentation, in days 1, 2, 4, but with ACE they come out more more stable, which is good for the wine. Angela developed another acronym called PEACE, P-E-A-C-E, called Press Early Ice. And the idea is this, and it's important for those of you that are already experiencing climate change and you're suffering vintage compression, and it means you can ferment for 2 or 3 or 4 days unsinged in your specialised fermenter, and then finish off the ferment off skins. And we have found that doing so leads to more stable pigment, both for ice and for peace. Well, we tried out ice and peace wines on some local Tasmanian winemakers, and they were all experienced with Pinot Noir, which we developed this technique for, and we asked them to do sensory evaluation on the normal parameters that you're all familiar with. All of the tasters could detect the difference, and 90% of them preferred the ice or peace wine. And the next slide shows that ice and peace wines had the highest score, more than the control, and you can see that in the glasses when they are lined up by their colour. And so here we are, we developed and published in the American Journal of Enology and Viticulture our technique, both sensory and chemical attributes, and ice works fine. So, in conclusion, I'm telling you about a method that we have proven in commercial trials improves red wine quality and interestingly also white wine quality. We have had very good results with Sauvignon Blanc, for example, in enhancing the aroma. We have an arrangement with Della Toffola, the Italian manufacturer of wine machinery, and they took away our prototype machine and developed theirs, which is called Della Toffola Maceration Accelerator, DTMA. So here's my toast to you